Alright, so we finished up with prejudging. Now heading back to the crib. We just gonna rest, man. Chill. Y'all can meet my family, the motivation and the guiding force throughout this journey. So yeah, everyone's upstairs right now. With the family. Sounds like my mom, my brother right here, the whole fam. This is Sage, baby brother right here. So yo, fly guy. That's Chef Boy Ohi after dark. He actually helped me with a lot of my meal prep, kept me right. Life coach Wig, made sure my mental stayed right. I thought it was really important since they started this journey with me that they come out here with me as well too, and you know, they make it to the finals. And they see me, God willing, get that trophy and that sword as well too, because it's our victory. You know what I'm saying? Because they went through this process with me just as much as I did as well. Yeah, what's up, Mom?
Hey.
Thanks for joining.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Oh, you got a little emotional earlier.
Yeah.
When Mom sat down. Why?
Yeah. Just because every time I like look at her. I just feel like reminded of all the like sacrifices she made for us, and she really motivates me and inspires me every day. She's the hardest working person I know, and so I just want to put myself in a position where I can take care of her.
Oh, thank you.
How does that make you feel hearing your son say that?
It's a good feeling for kids to be so appreciative, and it's not everybody's so appreciative like that. I'm thinking that kind of re-energizes me to do what I do for them. You know, just showing such an appreciation. It's rewarding. It's really worth every bit of the hard work.
So currently, you work. Can you say your specific position? I know
I'm a doctor of nursing practice with Kaiser.
Hey.
And work long hours. And I work in the Department of Dermatology currently. Planning to divert to psychiatry also. Since my doctoral degree is in psychiatry and psychology. So
Nigerians love education, man. I can't get enough of it. So I remember when she told me she wanted to get her PhD. I was like, what? Like, you already got like 2 masters. Like, isn't it enough? And you know, again, good isn't good enough. You know, if you can be great, why not be great and strive to be the best. And so, you know, maybe I didn't want to be the best, you know, health practitioner or physician, whatever it is, but I wanted to be the best in my field, right? And so that was passed down. You know, that was passed down directly from her and my father. Just they have this like insatiable appetite to just be the best, to do the best, and to be known and identified as the best in whatever they're doing. And so, you know, that was definitely passed down to myself and for sure my siblings.
Yeah. So specifically, what did you see your mom doing, especially when I hear all these degrees and she's working these long hours? So how does that train?
I mean, just her ability to juggle all of life's responsibilities, right? So being a mother, being a wife in a chaotic marriage, you know, and still being so positive, you know, and then being a full-time student, right, and still being able to fulfill the obligations and desires of her children, being at this birthday party or taking them to this event, you know, it was just like almost like, wow, is this person even human? You know, the long hours she was studying just to wake up and go back to work, you know, and then, you know, all her colleagues and her coworkers love her, right? So she's not going to work miserable, sad, you know. In fact, she's praying for a physician who might even disrespect her, or a patient that might have disrespected her. You know, she's just like just a really good person, you know. She's a really good human being, and you know, yeah, I love her so much.
It's a great virtue to have, though, you know. you just learn to be the best you can. You don't let people, change who you are because of your bad attitude. You just have to stay positive, and it's always attractive. On the long run, the godliness in you will win. You show love. With love, you conquer everything. So that's my premise. I try to see the strength in everybody. I don't look at their weaknesses, because if you look at that, that would drown you. So try to bring out the best in them by showing them good example. You don't have to retaliate the way they're treating you, because you come down to their level. So, but with God, I think God does it all. Just no matter what you're facing in life, once you have God, you have everything. So that helps to keep us going. I don't know how I got the energy, but again, with God, all things are possible. I just wake up, pray, tell Him to take control, and He does. And I thank Him for that. Yeah.
Your son has a phrase. He says, "Never met a weak Nigerian." When you hear that, and he's very proud. I met him. Well, we didn't really meet at UCR, but we both went to that school. But just him and his culture and his Nigerian roots, and even when he talks about his upbringing, that's important. That he's not just anything, but he's Nigerian. Where do you think he gets that? Like, did you instill something in him at a young age to be proud of being Nigerian?
Yeah, we went to a lot of cultural, Nigerian parties and gatherings, and culturally we believe in hard work, and you just try to maximize yourself in whatever you can do. You don't sit and have people pass things to you. That's even demoralizing. So culturally, we were raised that way. Even my parents didn't have much education, but they pushed for the best education, because they know that education you can go a long way with education. And then being raised in a Christian family too, that helps us a lot. Most Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians are Christians, and we just believe in hard work, believing in God, and giving back to the community. Raising your kids the way you were raised, you have to pass on the baton. So you just give what you have. You can't give what you don't have. And then hoping that they will take it, and pray that God will direct them. The rest you cannot do. Yeah, so that strong foundation comes really from raising them in a godly way. God has taken over. To God be all the glory.
And what, Osamoje, what was he like growing up? Was he always this determined and dedicated? What was he like?
Yeah. He's always been that leader, And I believe that first children, they're gifted in a way that they're set to lead. So OJ has always been the type of person that wants to make sure everything is fine, being the father, the mom, so the brothers, like he's in charge all the time, and he will instill that to the younger ones too. He's always a go-getter, never a dull moment. He has to do the best he can he's that type of person, type A personality. So, but at the same time, he's very respectful and very generous, kind, loving, and great giver. He's just so passionate about everybody, and you can see he's my big guy with a big heart. It's a blessing to have him as a child, as a son. I told him he opened up the womb very well. Yeah, he's always been a blessing, just to sum it up, as a child. Yeah.
Last question, Osamoje, what, hearing your mom talk just about who she sees you as, like what does that even do for your heart? Like how has that even affected you? Her love and her generosity and everything she's instilled in you, how has that affected you? And even as you're in this competition and you're realizing your bigger purpose in life and calling? How has that affected you?
It's definitely molded and shaped me. Like I said, it wasn't hard to practice hard work, practice discipline when I saw every day of my life with her, you know? And so it's inspiring, and it's added push to hear her kind of say those things. But I appreciate it, you know, and again, like I said, I set out to just kind of make her happy, make her proud. And again, I want to put myself in a position where, you know, she doesn't have to put in those long hours anymore at Kaiser, you know, and where it's like, Mom, what country do you want to go to? When do you want to go there, you know? So, you know, I think there's some times where I either don't want to go to the gym or I don't want to wake up that early. And I'm like, look, she's doing it, she's done it. She continues to do it. You know, what's your excuse? You know, I remember I told my mom one time something was hard, and she just had this puzzled look like, what is hard? Like, what does that mean? Like, there's almost that's not even a word in her vocabulary, you know, oh, it's too hard. So, you know, I just try to, like, you know, what's too hard? Nothing's too hard, you know. And so she has definitely, like, shaped my mind frame on how I approach obstacles. And, you know, even view them as opportunities instead of obstacles, right? Just because of how immensely positive she is and optimistic she is. And she just has this golden character. She's authentic. Like, just because you're rude doesn't mean I'm gonna be rude. I'm not gonna come down there. You know, she stays at this just high frequency consistently. And so, you know, it inspires me. It motivates me to do the same.